A condom shortage hits the Winter Olympics as all the supplies vanished in just 3 days. An Indian woman pretends to transform into a snake in order to escape a marriage. And scientists are testing weight loss drugs for cats. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, your only source for daily weird news in the podcast format. I have 3 weird news segments for today. To start your week, let's go. There's a condom shortage at the Winter Olympics. The Milan Cortina Olympics will not break any stereotypes about the athletes' village. You guys know about the athletes' village? That's where all the athletes stay. It's like dormitory style. And apparently they give them out thousands of condoms. And in 3 days, they're all gone. It took just 3 days for the Olympians to go through all 10,000 of the complimentary condoms that were handed out by the organizers. Well, hopefully those condoms they gave out don't break as easily as the medals that they're giving out. You guys hear about these fragile medals? They're giving out Olympic medals and they're breaking. So hopefully the condoms aren't made by the same company. All right, let's keep reading and find out why the condoms are disappearing. Is this a lot of sexy time going on? I thought the younger generation was not having sex. Although, I don't know. I suppose if you're around the hottest, most fit people in the world for a few weeks, you're going to do the deed, right? Hello, I see you're an greatest Olympic athlete in the world. I, too, am greatest Olympic athlete in the world. Shall we bang? So I assume that's what's going on in the athlete breeding village. But let's read and find out where the condoms are going. Maybe people are stealing them. Are they worth something? Could you sell them on eBay? I should look into this. Now, the athlete village consists of 6 locations of housing, and there's nearly 2,900 athletes there. So about 3,000 athletes, 10,000 condoms. So that's about 3.5 condoms each. That's not really that many for sexy time anyways. I mean, 3? How long are they there? Also, you got to think about the ski jumpers. They've been sticking these condoms in their underwear to get more lift. So they probably used a few hundred, just the ski jumpers. I did a story about the ski jumpers cheating by injecting their balls. And I mean, I'm not trying to throw my resume around, but that's just the kind of work I do over here at Weird AF News. You know, it's very highbrow news. This article says that the practice of providing Olympic athletes with condoms began in the 1988 Seoul Games. This was in an effort to raise awareness for safe sex amid the AIDS epidemic. The height of the condom giveaway was the Summer Games in 2024 when the Paris organizers reportedly gave more than 300,000 condoms to the athlete. 300,000, my goodness. I mean, did they really need that many condoms? 300,000? Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Have you seen those sexy curlers? Ooh, wow, yeah. Give me some of that. Curlers. Now, in the past, cardboard beds were even used in the athletes' village. They were called anti-sex beds, and they were used throughout the last 3 Olympics to give some extra motivation for athletes to stay away from each other. Well, I mean, good luck with that. I mean, it's not like athletes can't have sex in other places. They're athletes. They can do it standing up, upside down. They can do it hanging from a pole on a roof. These people are just amazing specimens of athleticism, and they're very flexible, I'm sure. Now, the anti-sex bed policy was scrapped this year, it seems, in favor of a single bed frame made of wood. Sounds very comfortable. Oh, there's a picture of the bed here. Wow, yeah, they're like dormitory-style twin beds. The article says that Grindr, the world's largest LGBTQ plus dating app, also changed some of its policies to promote safety. The platform altered its location setting, which typically shows people the exact distance of a potential match. They did this for the 3rd consecutive Olympic Games to protect users' identities. Yeah, but you don't really need apps if everybody's just thrown into a dormitory. I mean, have you ever been to college before? Everyone's just... all the floors are sleeping with each other. It's just how it is. Proximity, baby. It says the Olympic Village this year is equipped with plenty of other entertainment options, such as DJs, air hockey, foosball tables, and an extensive gym with plenty of equipment, and a very large sex dungeon equipped with whips, chains, straps, chairs, a lot of leather. I don't know. I'm trying to just riff on what would be in a sex dungeon, but I have no idea. Maybe a gimp named Rufus who will paddle you if you've been a bad boy or girl. I don't know. Just this is the improv portion of the segment, guys. I make no promises. There's a quote here from one of the athletes who's anonymous regarding the 10,000 condoms that were distributed. This person says, "The supplies ran out in just 3 days. They promised us more is going to arrive, but who knows when these condoms will be here. We need them." What do you need them for? The organizers promised a fresh batch of supplies, although the exact timeline for condom replenishment remains unclear. All right, I did some digging myself and found that one of the reasons why these condoms disappear so quickly at the athletes' village is because they're very cool souvenirs. People want them. They're decorative. They say on each condom it says "one lubricated 2026 Winter Olympics Jimmy." No, it doesn't say that, but they got the Olympics colors on here. People are selling on eBay a set of 5 Paris Olympic condoms for over $150. So, I mean, they're actually worth something, I believe. So if you're wondering why the condoms disappear every Olympics, it seems, I think I've covered this story 4 years ago. It's because they're very popular souvenirs. And they're also, all of them are humping each other all day, every day. So there's that too. A woman tricks her family into thinking she transformed into a snake to get out of a marriage. This story, as you can guess, is out of India. A lady fakes transforming into a snake. So I guess she's a lady in the streets and a pit viper in the sheets. Come on, guys. Good joke up top. We have here a young woman, an Indian woman, wanting to avoid an arranged marriage. She fled her family home and faked transforming into a snake. This took place in rural India, where they still believe in very superstitious people turning into snakes. I've never heard of this before, turning into a snake to get out of a bad situation. I'll use this. I'll get out of jury duty. I'll tell them I turned into a snake. Or I'll threaten to turn into a snake. How about that? You know the part of jury duty where they say, if any of you jurors believe you can't perform your duties, stand up, state your name, and tell us why you can't participate in this jury process. I'll just say, hey guys, I'd love to be a juror, and I would love to help you on this case. Okay, but I'm going to turn into a snake in about 4 days. That's right, my fortune teller told me. All right, let's get back into the story. Find out why and how. Well, she turned into a snake to not have to marry somebody because, as you know, marriage can be very restricting. Now, apparently the police were called to a family's home in the Auriya district in Uttar Pradesh. Guys, Uttar Pradesh, back on Weird AF News, always. This is the Florida of India, I have decided. Uttar Pradesh. This is India's most populated state, apparently, with more than 241 million people. My goodness. That's a lot of people in Uttar Pradesh. No wonder why everybody's losing their minds over there, turning into reptiles. Okay, so the family tells the police that they woke up to find their daughter was missing. Instead, they found a 1.5 meter long snake skin in the girl's bed, along with her bangles, rings, and clothes, arranged to suggest that she had turned into a serpent right there in her bed and took off. She left snake skin and some clothes and was like, yeah, they're going to believe I turned into a snake. It's foolproof. Ah, I love it. I love it. Well, you know, medieval practices require medieval solutions. Yes, arranged marriage, a medieval practice that should be done away with, in my opinion. Now, of course, the police weren't buying any of this. The station house officer named Ajay told the media that clearly the girl was trying to evade her family. Ajay said to the media emphatically that this girl has staged a drama to mislead certain people. No transformation occurred at all, just a very determined exit. Now, the local media said the story quickly spread around the village, with some locals congregating at the house of that family, convinced that the woman had actually transformed into a snake, also known as a naga, which is a supernatural, half-human, half-serpent being. Oh, sounds pretty sexy, huh? Ooh, we'll just marry the naga. What's wrong with that? I'll bet they give good hugs. Gotta watch out for the fangs, though, you know. Naga, it says, have a long history in Indian folklore. In fact, there is a popular TV show called Nagin, which is a female naga, about a shape-shifting female snake who takes the form of a woman to seek revenge for her parents' deaths. That sounds like an incredible soap opera. Police say that the Indian woman, whose name is Reena, age 25, left the snakeskin on the bed Sunday night, made her exit. However, police discovered she was in a relationship and had fled with her partner. The pair are reported missing. Oh, so she had a lover, and the family was forcing her to marry some other guy. And this is the plan they came up with, so they could be together. Wow, it's so romantic, actually. I mean, what would you do to be with your partner? Would you tell your family you transformed into a wombat? Put a wombat skin on your rocking chair so that they... I don't even know. Do wombats have skin? I think they're furry. I know nothing about wombats. I just came out. I mean, this is all crazy, but is it as crazy as people who do a fake suicide to leave their family to be with somebody, to be with their side piece? People do this. It's all just insane. But, in India, I can see where you would, you get desperate, man. Arranged marriages, who wants any part of that? I feel bad for this girl she's going to be arrested, right? And then they're going to bring her back to the family. She's not going to be allowed to see the person she really loves. She's going to marry some stranger, probably some creepy guy with terrible toes. I say we get a GoFundMe for Lady Naga. Lady Naga? Lady Naga. That's what I'm going to call her. That's a great nickname. Get her some money. Get her out of there. The media says that Reema had been planning her escape for many months and had been in touch with her partner via her mother's phone. Police now have his phone number and are attempting to track down the duo. This guy's going to be suffering as well, I think. Another police officer claims that there have been multiple teams formed to track down this woman. Well, everyone gives a damn about her getting married to a stranger. Here's a quote from this other officer. The claim that she has turned into a snake is just a rumor. We're looking for a person, not a serpent. That's the end of the story here. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I hope they get away. I really do. I hope they escape and have love and happiness somewhere where they can have love and happiness. Obviously, they can't here. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where women didn't have to pretend to be a snake to avoid being treated like property? I mean, it's hard to imagine this still happens in 2026, isn't it? I mean, it's just terrible. It should make you all feel better about your life right now, right? Have you think you got it bad? Have you ever had to go out into the woods and catch a snake with your bare hands and skin it, to put the skin in your bed with your clothes, to do something that was insane that your family was forcing you to do? I mean, would you? Let me ask you this. Scientists are testing a weight loss drug for cats. It's the sound of science. That was my cat noise. We have here a biopharmaceutical company. I can't say these words. What do you give me these big words for? Biopharmaceutical company actually testing a weight loss drug for the cats. While humans taking GLP-1 medications have enough to worry about, with a bevy of concerning reports lately. Oh no, I haven't heard these reports. What is it? What have they found? Some new terrible side effects of the GLP weight loss drug? I'll tell you one side effect that's pretty apparent. Everybody turns into a skeleton in their face region. Skeleton in the face region. That's right, I said it. I mean, I've seen some celebrities that take this GLP-1. They look worse. Yeah, I mean, sure, no belly anymore, but like, I can't see your eyes. Your eye sockets are so deep now that I can't even see your eye. How do you see out of such deep eye sockets? They look like Skeletor, half of them. Aren't you back where you started with this problem? And that's just the look. I'm sure there's other like biopharmaceutical side effects, right? Biopharmaceuticals. Yeah, I'm taking this word for a spin today. It says here, those who share a home with an overweight feline companion may one day get a fix for their furry friends' weight problems. Indeed, a pharmaceutical company is actually in the process of recruiting a handful of overweight cats for a new study on how these GLP-1 medications would affect an overweight cat. Do they really think people are going to buy this for their... I guess they would, right? People spend all sorts of money on their pets, so maybe they would. But, your cat shouldn't get to that level. Just like, don't overfeed your cat. How about that? But, people can't even not overfeed themselves. How are they going to, keep tabs on their cat? It comes down to shortcuts, really. People just want a shortcut when it comes to weight loss for themselves and I assume their pets as well. It's like you go spend $1,000 a month for this GLP-1 for your cat, or take some initiative and control over the situation and feed your cat less. Oh, no, but can't do that. That takes discipline. Ugh, I don't want to let my cat down. Most people that I see in the States, their pets run the show. And that's not how it should be, but that's how it is in a lot of the cases. The pets are running the place. Can you imagine? You pay the rent, you buy all the food, and yet your pet is running the place? All right, I'm going to get back into the details. I'm so sorry. I've gone on another tangent about pets and peoples. According to a report, this landmark new study is called Meow 1. Oh, so you got GLP-1 and now we got Meow 1. How cute. It's being launched by a San Francisco-based pharmaceutical company, testing GLP-1 medications on up to 50 overweight cats. They'll be administering Meow 1 for up to 6 months. You know, you missed an opportunity to call it Meow Zempic. I'm just going to put that out there. I think that's better than Meow 1. Meow Zempic, very funny. Anyone agree? Okay. Now, the CEO of this biopharmaceutical company, Michael, claims the company is going to seek FDA approval for this product between 2027 and 2028. Furthermore, this guy says the future product would cost cat parents only $100 per month out of pocket. Here's a quote from the nerd here. Weight management offers transformative health benefits for cats, don't you know? Weight reduction is the only proven means of extending a cat's lifespan. Leaner cats have significantly reduced diabetes risk, and joint pain associated with excess body weight is eliminated. The article says, if you're wondering, there is already a tongue-in-cheek name for cats who will be taking this medication. They're calling them Ozempets. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a great pun. Ozempets. I'll give you a 6 out of 10 on that one. It says here, some veterinarians have already begun administering human GLP-1 drugs off-label to diabetic cats. I had no idea. So they're already sort of doing an underground test here. Man, people will spend so much money on their pets, they do not care. Even when they're dying to keep them alive, like they'll keep a cat, they'll like spend $5,000 on an operation to keep a cat alive. I just don't think I could do it. First of all, like $5,000 to me is a lot of money. You know, I can't even spend $5,000 to save my own life. I'm not saving a cat's life. But even if I had the money, I would really have to have a meeting with the whole fam. And I'd you know, I know I'm sounding like an evil doer right now. How could you, Jonesy? You wouldn't spend $5,000 to save your cat? All right. Depends on the cat's age. All right. If the cat's like over 10 years old, I don't know. So sorry. I think it's time for a funeral. Oh man, I think I just lost like a fifth of my listeners now. I mean, it's easy for me to say these things when it comes to a cat. Anyways, I'm not a fan of cats. Dog. Yeah, a dog on the other hand, I would definitely consider a little further. Because dogs really are a part, like kind of like a family member. They really, I mean, they provide, they do services for families. Your cat does a service for your family. Is your cat ever like supporting the family? Your cat's like, I'm tired of these people. That's why I spend most of my time under the bed to get away from the family. Wake up, maggot. I think I got weird news to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back in the closet. What's up, my friends? Did you have a nice weekend? Huh? Did you have a nice Valentine's? What did you do? Did you have a nice Valentine's? I hope so. I had a lovely, lovely weekend, and now I'm dealing with the downpours here in Los Angeles. Crazy rain. I thought I was going to just die on the highway, but I made it home to record. A little late, but I made it. I really thought I was going to die on the highway. No visibility. And there's some people that leave the house in the rain. They have no business getting on the road behind a wheel of a car and operating. They have no business. Like, know your lane. Literally and figuratively, know your lane. If you're like if you're just like a person who doesn't drive very much, maybe you're retired, maybe you're of a certain age, don't leave the house and get on the highway when it's raining. What do you need? You can have it delivered. Call a friend, a family member. Have it delivered. There's apps to help you. Don't get on the road. You have no business. I was almost killed by two people that should not have been driving. They just should not. I got a good look at them. They're going to the bank. They're going to the doctor. That's where they're going. They're not going to anywhere important. All right? You're going to it's the middle of the month. What do you need to go to the bank for? Rent is the first. And who needs to go to banks anymore anyways? It's so silly going to physical banks. Yeah, once in a while. You can pick your shots. You pick your moments. You don't go in the middle of a blizzard or a downpour with zero visibility. If technology is doing anything for us, it's allowing us to not have to leave the house. Okay? And yeah, should you leave the house? Sometimes it's good to leave the house. You want to get out there. You want to be a person. You want to be out there with the citizens. You want to be out there philandering. Not philandering. You want to be mixing and mingling. Yeah, you want to be mingling, not philandering. That's a bad word, I think. But if you look out your window and it's a downpour and you can't see and the wind is blowing, there's a blizzard, you don't got to go out that day. All right? Do us all a favor. Stay home for the safety of the rest of us that actually have to be somewhere. All right, that was a long rant about nothing to do with this episode. Just that well, it's kind of because I didn't think I'd make it to the episode. I thought I was going to perish on the 5 freeway. All right, I'll let you guys go. You have to put up with me long enough. I appreciate everybody reaching out. Email me funnyjones@gmail.com if you have anything to say or you want to send me a story. And if you want to support, go to weirdafnews.com where you can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon. Hope you're having a swell time. And if you're not, turn that swell up. Turn it up to 11, baby.